Boom, 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 boom. All sorts of sports.
All sorts
All
of
sorts.
sports.
Also, sports in your ass.
In that ass.
All right, starting this off by saying fuck Jon Gruden. All right, let's get it going. So
I like the energy. I like the energy.
All right, review from last week.
Change energy.
Yeah, I mean, when people show like who they are, you got to just accept it.
And some of us just know more than
Hey,
others
that's
all
what
the
Maya
time.
Angelou said.
Yeah. So reviewing the picks from last week. All right, we're gonna start from worst to first again.
No, fuck you.
With nine correct. Guess who it is? It's K Dot.
Yeah, no shit.
With 10,
so done.
Keem, you got 10. Ryan got a 12. Good shit, Ryan. I got 13. So season total.
Did you switch the count on the Seahawks Rams that you thought?
No. I marked the X wrong. Like I gave you that one. All right. Yeah, you're the only one that got that one right. So yeah. All right. Season total. Let's go from best to worst. I got 60. Ryan has 54. Keem has 49. K-Dot 46.
Hey, K-Dot's closer to Keem than Keem is to me. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm so glad you said that real quick. I've been waiting for this exact moment. So I went back and watched like the season picks, like the shit that like when we previewed the season. You guys should each watch that before you fucking talk shit to me, because you fucking dumbasses picked a lot of wrong fucking picks. And you specifically, Ryan, picked the Cowboys to win 3 games. 3 games. He said they will win 3 games.
Hey man, you got to see how the team progresses throughout the season, and you're allowed to change your opinion. That's why opinions are fluid. I trust the science.
All right.
Yeah.
I'm just riding the season out.
That's fucking funny.
I'm like an interim coach. I'm
Oh yeah. You know who else an interim coach? We do, but we'll get into that in a minute. All right. So do you guys want to run into the picks for this week?
Yeah.
All right.
That works for me.
Bucks and Eagles, which is tomorrow night. Or tonight, if you're out.
We're recording on Wednesday. You'll watch this on Thursday if I feel like editing, because I've been an absolute, completely mess of emotion.
Yeah.
It's like, what's that movie? What's Anchorman? Where he's in the phone booth?
I'm trapped in a glass case of emotion.
I am taking the Bucks.
Bucks.
Okay. Clean sweep. Nice. Dolphins and Jaguars. I am taking the Dolphins.
Dolphins.
Okay. Keem?
Yeah, Keem, you go first.
Okay.
Dolphins.
Dolphins. Ryan?
I'll take the Dolphins.
Okay. Clean sweep again. Vikings and Panthers. I am taking the Vikings.
Panthers. Oh, what?
You're taking the Panthers?
I'm
Okay.
taking the Panthers.
All right, K-Dot. Trying to catch up.
I actually really like that matchup for the Panthers. I will also take the Panthers.
Nice.
Yes. Okay.
Ravens and Chargers. I am taking the Ravens. Ryan, you're taking the Chargers. Keem,
I am taking Justin Herbert, and the Chargers, and him following, in the footsteps of the legends who win MVP in their second season, like, Lamar and Pat. But go ahead.
No. Hold the fuck up. You're taking the Chargers to win?
Yeah.
Okay.
Good pick. I, on the other hand, am taking the home of the Creek Boys and Be Rich. Baltimore, baby.
Let's go. So, yeah, that's funny. Like, there's 2 picks for the Ravens here, and you're not one of them, Keem.
I think I'm like the most objective fan. Like, I'm not gonna. The only reason Ryan's won like a couple of these because he's picked the fucking Bills
and
because like on some Homer shit, not on some like logical shit.
Right. And
like,
it's just they happen to be good now.
Yeah, it's not logical. It's just like, this is my team. Let's go. Like,
but didn't you pick against the Ravens before and they won?
Team.
Yeah, you did. You picked against the Ravens and versus the Chiefs.
And I was wrong, but they should have lost that game.
The Ravens. All right. So Rams and Giants. I'm taking the Rams. Clean sweep.
Rams.
Okay. Yep. Game.
Who?
Rams and Giants.
Rams.
Okay.
The Giants don't have a football team.
Right.
No, who is their backup?
Exactly.
I don't know.
It's fucking, is it Mike Glennon?
Ooh.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, it is. Because I
He's
saw a
old
stat about
now.
that. Yeah, Mike Glennon, like he threw the ball to what's his name, Tony, like
Davius Tony.
yeah, like
baby.
60% of the time, which is crazy.
Because
But
there was the only wide receiver that they had that was
I know.
healthy.
That's why I picked
And
him up.
hold on, take it back. He wasn't healthy at all. He was just the only guy that could play.
Yeah, and he threw a punch, and then
Because who was the back end? Booker? Yeah, it was a straight up
Yeah.
like
Yeah,
it was
Devontae Booker.
Yeah, he used to
Third
play with us last
preseason
year.
game.
I need him now. All right, Texas and Colts. I am taking the Colts.
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 Clean sweep.
Okay, right, cool. Chiefs and Washington football team.
Chiefs.
Okay,
Chiefs.
okay.
We fucking suck.
Team?
Chiefs.
Chiefs.
Come on.
Okay.
Yeah, it could
Ryan?
be a shootout though. This game could be fun.
Ryan?
It's going to be 90-0 Chiefs.
Okay. I am taking the Washington football team.
Thank you.
I what I'm gonna do right now.
And see, okay.
But
that's
I have a
another-
reason why.
Okay, please tell me.
The Washington football team has been getting so much shit in regards to their defense.
Uh-huh.
This is the week they step up. And the
Okay.
Chiefs defense is ass anyway. So the Washington football team can score
Mm-hmm.
on them, even though
Okay.
they haven't been the best.
With
Okay.
the amount that
Okay,
they're
that's
turning
fair.
the-
That's
with the
fair.
amount that Chiefs are turning
That's
the
fair.
football over.
Do you
And-
know who
but they have
said
Houston.
do you know who said people were overrating the Washington's defense before the season when they were making season picks? It was me, because fuckers told me that they were going to be so great, and I said they were going to be overrated. And then I told people how good the Cowboys defense was going to be because of Diggs and Michael Parsons, but nobody fucking listened to me. But guess what the fuck what?
Guess what?
Hey, that's the head movement and hand thing that I was talking about on the text. That's that shit I'm talking about.
He straight up turned into a full blown chicken head right here on the podcast.
Yeah.
That shit.
I sent a text to the group just now. I remember a few years ago that the lowest point of my fandom as a Washington football team member, if you look at the score going into the start of the third quarter where Alex Smith was playing for the Chiefs, when it was 38-10, and it was an empty stadium here in Washington. Right now, Washington has the lowest stadium show out, population show out of any team in the league. I think we've been averaging like 50,000, and 90% of those have been opposing fans. Nothing looks good right now. It's just I'm hoping for a shootout because at least that'd be fun. And I think in a shootout, whoever has the ball at the end and Taylor Heineke can pull some shit off. I can't pick this team against what I consider to be my Super Bowl pick.
You know
Don't
who
look
can
great
pick,
like a Super Bowl
you know
pick right
who
now.
can pick the Washington football team? Tyrann Mathieu. Anyway.
That's funny. All right, Packers and Bears. I'm taking the Packers.
Go Pack, go.
Okay.
All
Go,
right.
Ryan. I went first last time.
Chicago.
Okay. Who you got?
Packers. I said Packers.
Okay. Oh, you only picked it because Ryan picked. Okay.
No. I just wanted to see where he was going. I was kind of iffy, but Green Bay.
I mean, the Bears did win last week when their QB threw for 100 yards, and then you had to Google their two running backs. So
They can win again.
Yep. Bengals and Lions. The Bengals are good, like Keem said at the start of the season, but the Lions have been playing really well, just coming up short. I think they're going to get it this week.
This is not the week.
Oh, you fucker.
This is not the week.
All right, so Ryan's taking the Bengals. Okay.
That's correct.
Everybody else?
This is the one I struggle with the most.
This is the one I struggle with the most too. And because it's James, I'm going to go with Detroit.
Okay.
I think the crying in football is going to lift them over the top.
You know what? I had my pick in here, Yahoo, because that's what I'm going off of because I already made my picks. I'm switching it from Bengals to Lions because of the crying from Dan Campbell.
Okay.
I loved it. I absolutely love it. I think these guys will run through a brick wall for him, and
I haven't even seen it, but
they are outperforming their talent level, period. They are not a talented football team, especially the guys who they do have talent, like DeAndre Swift, are just not healthy. They are playing so fucking hard for this guy. It should not be this game. Joe Burrow should rip them the fuck apart, which is making me want to switch my pick again. But I'm going to go with Detroit.
all right. Cards and Browns.
Browns.
Cleveland, this is
Okay.
for you.
Okay. So Ryan, who you got?
So last week it hurt my soul
Mm-hmm.
to take the Chargers over Cleveland.
Mm-hmm.
Give me the worst city
All
in
right.
this beautiful country.
All the little chicks with the crimson lips and Cleveland rocks.
I'm taking the Cardinals.
Cleveland rocks.
My man.
Cowboys and Patriots. I'm taking the Cowboys. Who's
Can I
taking the
just-
Patriots?
Can I just take Dick?
Mac Jones.
Okay, so Keem is taking the Patriots.
Cowboys.
Okay, K-Dot. Ryan?
Patriots.
Oh,
You fucker.
okay.
No,
Let's
you
see.
fucker. No, I'm joking.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
They're starting to get it together over there.
This is fucking hilarious. Ryan is trying to pick every team I don't pick.
Not on purpose.
No.
All right. Raiders and Broncos.
Broncos.
Okay.
Teddy Bridgewater comes back and everyone's like, yeah, Broncos.
Keem and
No,
Ryan.
I think the Raiders are a dumpster fire. We'll get into more of that.
Yeah, we'll get into it. Keem and Ryan.
I'm taking the Raiders.
Okay.
I think
I'm taking the silver and motherfucking black.
All right.
I think this is a. I mean, I think they're.
All right. Now let me be logical here. Under normal circumstances, I would have picked the Broncos, right? But seeing as how
Under normal
They're not
normal?
good. Wow.
I'm talking about in terms of like if a head coach leaves, like for that
Oh,
quote unquote Jon Gruden like calls all the plays and all that shit. He doesn't really, because Derek does it too. And then the offensive coordinator has been there this whole time anyway. Like he's been around Derek the whole time anyway. Like everybody else is still the same. So that's why I'm gonna take the Raiders.
Derek Carr will be bumping all the way up.
I
All
could
throughout
honestly
practice.
see us getting destroyed just because of the fact the offensive line is just ass.
I think
Right.
y'all lost against the Bears because of the previous stuff was a distraction. And I think you'll rebound and win now that he's gone. I think Carl Nassib is going to have a great game.
he had to take a personal day.
Yeah,
He did.
no, we're
And
gonna get
don't
into it because I have so much to say, and I want it to be like a conversation.
I hope he fucking gets 5 sacks.
I didn't see. I'm rooting for them. I mean,
No. Fuck. All right, no, let's keep going.
no. Okay.
Seahawks, Steelers. I'm gonna take the Steelers.
Steelers.
Seahawks.
Okay, you know Russell Wilson not playing, right? Okay.
It actually hasn't been confirmed. It hasn't. No.
No, I know he's not playing.
No, he won't, but he might.
Nah, he's not.
They say
won't.
he looking at a Week 10 comeback,
Look.
maybe.
No,
Look at it.
no amount of Sierra prayers is gonna make this happen.
Maybe some future.
I'm
players
picking
might.
Pittsburgh. I'm picking Pittsburgh.
Wow.
Pittsburgh.
Give me.
Also, fun fact: do you know who picked Pittsburgh to win 11 games this year? That guy.
Damn.
It could still happen.
It could.
It probably won't, but it could.
I mean,
All
Russell Wilson could play Sunday, but
Bills and Titans.
go first, Ryan.
Regression season.
All right, so you're taking the Bills.
Bills.
All right.
Give me the Titans.
Okay,
Are you high?
and
Yeah.
Derrick Henry's gonna have a field day, but I'm gonna take the Bills.
A field day on what?
A field day just being on the field.
So yeah, he'll be on.
Yeah, he'll be on the field.
I don't know
They're
what he's gonna do there.
re-unlocked.
Okay, so we have a couple things to get to. First, let's talk about the Raiders. We are a dumpster fire at the moment.
The Raiders.
The Raiders.
The
yeah.
Raiders.
Just let it all out. Go ahead. Let all the emotion out, man.
I'm just saying, it's storied franchise.
Uh,
You see how James was like, we're going to start with the Raiders and then get to those Washington football emails.
Nah. We ain't really gonna like. We could talk about it a little bit, but nah. Let's just
Why should
focus
y'all
on the
play
Raiders.
Kansas City this week?
Yeah, and I rooted for you. I'm picking you.
I know.
Yeah. So I mean, yeah. All right. So out of the 650,000 emails that the NFL had and reviewed in regards to the Washington football team's workplace misconduct. Jesus Christ. Misconduct.
Mad Libs.
Yeah, I know.
What is it?
I have so many things running through my mind.
I know.
Right.
Motar.
Thank God that didn't show up on the video. Thank you for cutting that out, K-Dot. Appreciate it. All right. So after that whole investigation, you did. That whole investigation, the only thing that come out of it so far is that Dan Snyder stepped away from ownership, and Jon Gruden got fired or resigned, but he was going to get fired as the head coach of the Las Vegas Raiders. Of course, like the timing of it was weird. The first part came out when DeMaurice Smith was up for the vote to see if he would stay with the NFLPA. Then they gave it to the Raiders on Friday. Mark Davis was like, all right, I'm not just going to fire my mans like this. So let me research to make sure everything is on straight and narrow, which I think is bullshit. They played the game on Sunday. Then the NFL is like, oh, you're not going to fire him? Here's more shit. Not only they didn't really give it to it was leaked to the Washington Post and the New York Times.
That you're making a lot of assumptions.
That's what they said. They said
you're making a lot of
assumptions. It wasn't leaked
right there at the end.
It wasn't leaked.
We have no idea how it's come out.
But
okay, so didn't the Washington Post and New York Times leak it?
Well, this is where it goes down to in the conversation that has to happen is this is a multifaceted thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
So one would think the league does not want any of this stuff to come out because people aren't going to stop here. Right now, the conversation today has been beyond Jon Gruden. It's been a national discourse on what the fuck else is going on, which is which is he got so excited. So I think people that are saying the league leaked this, I think are being kind of short-sighted and looking for a conspiracy in a sense, just because the league doesn't want any of this out. I think what you have is a situation that to me it looks like the Wall Street Journal or New York Times got their hands on this. Wall Street Journal is the one that did the first release as far as what he said as far as the Michelin tire lip bit, which sorry, it's kind of funny.
It was hilarious. It was fucking hilarious. But how did they get it, K-Dot? That's the thing. They got their hands on it.
That's the thing. Is it somebody with an axe to grind against Gruden? Is it somebody with an axe to grind against the NFL? Is it someone axe to grind against?
Or is it somebody with an axe to grind against the Washington football team and wants to buy the Washington football team and owns a newspaper? I don't know.
I don't think Bezos released it because Washington Post has been on top of this thing for a while and they haven't been able to get much, right? Mm-hmm. So if you don't think the Washington Post is trying everything right now, if you're Bezos now, you sat down with the Washington Post, you've told everybody, hey, you're going to dig the fuck out of this. They exist. Go find that shit. So I think now that's happening, but how it got leaked, I don't know who wins. And this is what I think is the craziest part is we don't know. It could be just an agent of fucking chaos. Just being I just want to see the world burn. We don't know.
Or someone that knows how to use a FOIA request really, really well to get stuff that they need.
Yeah.
It was
Ryan. So, and looking at it, right? The timing was weird. The fact that it was only the emails between Jon Gruden and Bruce Allen.
Not even that. Only the email. Only the only emails that got released or leaked are the emails that went not from within the Washington organization, but were sent from Gruden to the Washington football team.
We don't know what Bruce Allen was saying back.
We got a pretty good idea.
Yeah, we do, but we don't know for sure. So when this happened, Jon Gruden got fired during Monday Night Football or resigned during Monday Night Football, which is symbolic in itself and it was kind of funny. Another funny part was seeing ESPN report how the Raiders handled it when he was not an employee of the Raiders, but he was actually an employee of ESPN.
Can you go back for a second? just a moment on the Monday Night Football with Mike Tirico and Tony Dungy?
I didn't even see that part. What happened?
Did you want to say something?
No. Tony Dungy is on Sunday Night Football.
Yeah. So the idea that you had, no, hold on, because there was somebody who was back in the studio as far as ESPN. I may be getting something confused. All right, never mind. Keem, take over for a second.
No, I just wanted to break real quick to James' point about ESPN and like talk about the fact that the Adam Schefter thing happened today, where he apparently sent a story to Mr. Editor, aka Mr. Allen, like what, in 2011. And listen, I went to journalism. I mean, I graduated with a degree in journalism. That's like fucking rule number one. You never fucking send a story to someone else prior to the story coming out. You can fact check. You can like say, hey, this is the quote. Is this accurate? But what he did was a breach of just like journalism 101.
He gave Bruce Allen final copy.
And you don't do that ever. You don't do it ever.
But here's the thing that
through the phone.
And I want to get into more of this as we break down exactly what happened with this situation. But the Adam Schefter thing is not a shock at all to me, because as a Washington football team fan, I remember talking ad nauseum about every time that stuff would leak from Washington during the Mike Shanahan era. We knew it was Schefter and Shanahan. Schefter wrote Shanahan's book. Like we knew that there were always these lines that got crossed. And then once you start knowing about the different dynamics as far as friendships go, you know Bruce Allen is fairly tight with Shanahan, but he's even more tight with the Grudens. So when they switch, when you had Jay come into town, we knew where leaks and everything were coming from every time.
Let's talk about the Washington football team way too much. Let's go back to Mark Davis for a minute. Okay. Like, we'll get to Washington when more shit come out about them. Fair. But right now with Mark Davis, I'm disappointed. The Raiders have a history of diversity, inclusion, all the other like shit that people say at this moment in time. And Mark Davis failed us. He failed the legacy of Al Davis. He failed it just based on the fact that he took too long. And he had all this shit. It's the same thing that happens in the NFL when the whole shit with Ray Rice, where we all knew it happened, but nothing happened really until the video came out. It's the same shit. Like he knew what was up, but when the world saw it, he's like, all right. Then they said, yeah, Mark Davis rushed over to the facility, looked for Jon Gruden, they met, and then he resigned. But I was like, you should have done that shit on Friday.
Okay, I got to ask you, okay, because we got to get into this part. Because me and K-Dot both thought it was funny. All right, I thought the shit was funny. The only initial thing that came out, which was about DeMaurice Smith's, like the comment about DeMaurice Smith, I thought it was funny and yes, racist. However, I personally believe that most white men that are older than 55 think that way. And so when he said, you're right. And like older than 50 think that way. And I wasn't surprised. And so I was just like, okay, like, you're just stupid, fucking boomer. Why are you fucking being transphobic and fucking like homophobic or whatever via email instead of just sending the text or like whatever? Like, why are you doing this? And why are you doing this via work email? Like, that's stupid as shit. But I didn't think anything of the one comment outside of, I expected that from Jon Gruden. So, James, I have to ask you, you wanted him fired off the first comment alone.
I wanted to think about it. Like, I wasn't under the impression like, oh yeah, like he needs to go, or nah, it's cool. No, I wasn't on any side of the fence. Like, I was still thinking about it, because you had former players like Tim Brown come out and say like, yeah, he does actually say like rubber lips in terms of people that were fucking lying. And then you go into the whole other shit, and I'm like, I don't know. And then it's like, you know what? Nah, like none of this shit is worth it. Like, you're just a big ass distraction. We haven't won shit with you. What are you adding to the organization right now? Like, the whole shit in regards to what the Raiders stand for Like none of this goes with it. So yeah, you should go. So that's kind of like where my mind went. Then all the other shit came out. And then it's like, all right, you definitely have to go. Now, there was a press conference today where one of the reporters asked Mike Mayock, because Mark Davis was too pussy to fucking show up first. Mike Mayock should not be the first person to do a fucking interview after this happens. It needs to be you, the owner of the fucking team. So that's one of my main gripes with him right now. But they asked Mike Mayock, was like, so we're talking about all like the homophobic, misogynistic, sexist comments that Jon Gruden made before, but all this stuff started with racism, right? What was the difference? Like why did it take more? And I'm like, thank you.
But
then they asked because the press conference today was Mike Mayock, Bisaccia, the new head coach, who cried during the press conference a little bit when discussing the fact that he's actually a head coach now. Derek Carr, Darren Waller. They asked Darren Waller about like the race aspect of it. And like, you can't expect players on that level, like that take a whole week to prepare for a team. Like it's Friday. It's Friday, like Friday afternoon. Like they're fucking preparing for a team. And that's what they all said. It was like, yeah, he told us, like, he said some shit. And then it's like, all right, I still have to focus on the Bears. And then like, that's what they said. It was like, yeah, like he came down, gave us a meeting, told us about it. It's like, yeah, I had to focus on the Bears. So then after the game, more shit came out. And now we have time to sit and think because the shit's over. And now, like, they did a press conference today. It's Wednesday. It's like, yeah, we have to focus on the Broncos because we still have to win. There's fucking 12 games left. So yeah, that's where they are. Mark Davis, you need to address the media. You need to step up for what happened. Like, I understand you're pissed off because you wanted Jon Gruden forever, and you may think that I bet you he's heard other owners say worse shit, which I'm sure they have, just because of their demographic. But that doesn't like excuse Jon for what he said and how he was thinking for however long. So
the Raiders lost their icon 10 years ago. Al Davis is as synonymous with that franchise as Jerry Jones is with the Dallas Cowboys.
Fair.
What Mark Davis did was realize that he's not the face of anything, and he needed to find something that could be the face of that franchise, and he went with Gruden. 10-year contract, every $100 fucking million. This is what was going to happen. It was Gruden's fucking franchise. This is Mark Davis trying to cling on, for the most part, to anything he could do to hold on to Jon Gruden. When the news came out, Chappelle kind of talked about it, so I'm not going to get too deep into it. But there is a moment we all need to realize that when the comments came out that we heard about DeMaurice Smith, we all kind of said, oh, that's rough, maybe funny, and we were already willing to forgive him or look for reason to forgive him as a society. And that's fucked up. Because from a racial standpoint, a black standpoint, we always come last. So that to me is the thing. When you got Mike Tirico and Tony Dungy, well-respected people out there caping for this asshole, it looks bad on all of us. Because we shouldn't be caping. Black people are entirely too forgiving when it comes to that. And motherfuckers went too far when trying to make sure that Jon Gruden, or who we want Jon Gruden to be, is and this is why, look, I'm not going to be an I told you so thing. I didn't walk around here saying Jon Gruden's a racist. What I have been saying for a very long time is that Jon Gruden's overrated as fuck, and what he holds on to is an older version of football that is bullshit. And it has been for a while. And that's why I hate it when the Raiders went and go get this asshole, because I don't want him in the league anymore. I haven't wanted him in the league for a very long time. He's part of this old guard. And you can see it. In those emails, you see it. I don't really give a shit what Jon Gruden thinks about black people or anything else. Really, when it comes to personally, I don't give a fuck. He called me Michelin tire lips. I don't give a fuck. What I do care about is that he's in a position that he got because he's a white guy who's been around the league for as long as he has and has the connections that he has a job that other qualified people that don't look like him should have fucking had. That to me is the problem. Jon Gruden should have never had that opportunity. He shouldn't. There should be so many other people that are lined up to have that opportunity before his ass. And that's what it is. It's good old boys club. And that's what the email showed. You have a situation where Jon Gruden, Bruce Allen, fucking now, I'm not to a lesser extent, Adam Schefter. These are guys that are all buddy. Lord knows what they're saying behind the scenes. Lord knows what it is, the jobs that they're not giving to black people because of what it is they think or they believe. And the only reason they have their careers is because they're buddy with each other. And you know ownerships are involved in that shit too. That's what it creates, is this good old boys fucking network. And that to me is what pissed me off. This is what pissed me off the most, is that when it came down to it, you're looking at the power structure of what it is fucked up in the league and societally. I don't give a fuck what Billy Bob thinks about black people. Don't put Billy Bob in a situation to determine whether or not black people can succeed or not. That's the issue. And that should always be the issue that we're looking at with this. Jon Gruden, Bruce Allen are microcosms of white male fragility in this fucking country. It's make America great again. It's any time that they see something that's changing the world in which they were the number one dominant aspect of. It's why Gruden in those emails keeps talking about all the changes that are happening with the league. It's why he's anti-Eric Reed. It's why he's anti-anything that goes beyond his pea brain bullshit macho nonsense of what football or what America should be. And this is what it is. White guys that are fucking fighting for that. They're fighting to hold on to that shit. And they're terrified. They're terrified of what the new world looks like.
Just as a quick aside, I don't know if you guys saw this. This is very important. But somebody put this, I think, on Instagram story or whatever, but they said that Jerry Jones' emails probably look like the script to Django, and I just agree with that.
Yep.
I do want to add something else. So today at the press conference, as I mentioned, who was speaking, what else? And Derek Carr's part, like they brought up the fact that Carl Nassib asked for a personal day, like to get shit in order, like his mindset right. And like everybody's like accepting and everything, because like currently he's a team of one, like he's the only active gay NFL player. But once again, the reporter that I discussed before asked the same questions, like, hey, we understand that like the Carl like did all this stuff, but what about any of the black players? Like, did you talk to them about like how they felt about this on Friday when they were the only ones that like had this come out about their head coach? Like what's up? Why is it when a whole bunch of other shit happens, like, did anybody ask for a personal day? Like, what's going on?
They don't care about us.
I know. That is the point that the reporter made. And like, that's the frustrating part. Especially coming from, well, fuck it, from anybody. So yeah, Mark Davis, you failed.
Mark Davis is a fucking failure on this front. And there's also something I also think that is going to come out is that, and this is going to, I'm going to jump back to Washington for a second.
Okay.
When Washington made all the changes when it came to the organization, we knew it wasn't because Dan Snyder had a change of heart and we was end up being a fucking good guy, right? Mm-hmm. This is directly because Dan Snyder knows what the fuck was in those emails. Mm-hmm. He know, and now it is my opinion that Dan Snyder's not actually. I doubt Dan Snyder's in there using fucking racial epithets or anything in email, just because I think that he's one step above that. The only thing that I would say is that when you look at Bruce Allen, Jay Gruden, Jon Gruden, you can tell those guys are boys. Dan Snyder probably wants to be on that email text thread, but they're not letting him because they probably just don't like his ass. I can imagine there's a lot of bad things being said about Dan in a lot of those emails too. But I think the part of it to me, if Washington knew what was in those emails a long time ago, who else might have known? I think there is a good chance that the Raiders organization have known this for about a year. Have known about, well, not a year, but at least since June. I think there's a chance that is the case. It follows what my thought process is, which is that either the Times or the Washington or the Wall Street Journal got access. They knew the article was coming out, and the league said, we need to get ahead of this. Mark, what the fuck are you doing? Mark didn't want to do anything Because right now, when it comes to the racial aspect of things, as we could see, what it shouldn't have been was that we were going to let it ride. But after that weekend, I think the consensus was, yeah, Jon's going to be coach of the fucking Raiders.
To K-Dot's credit, just specifically from a journalistic perspective, they would have been working on this story for months. Like months. This isn't like they found out on Sunday and were like, let's put this story out. Right. It doesn't happen. They have to go through the emails. They have to have their lawyer go through the emails. They have to re-go through the emails. And then like they have to go reach out to people. They have to talk to people. And they have to let the other people know that this shit is coming. Like they have to let, hey, Jon Gruden, would you like to comment on XYZ? Like, hey, Mark Davis, would you like to comment on XYZ? And so to K-Dot's point, they have to have known at least for a little while. At least, I'm not going to say June. I don't know. But I'll say beginning of the season. Maybe beginning of the season. Maybe at a minimum 2 weeks ago.
But anybody thinking this all unraveled over the weekend and like this is all just new news to everybody, it's bullshit. It's complete bullshit. Like people knew that it was coming. And I think Goodell is basically trying to save the owners from the owners at this particular point in time, which fuck Goodell for doing that and fuck the owners. And I think right now what Goodell's going to do, because he gets paid to do it, is he's got to defend them. He's got to do what he needs to do to defend those guys. But I'm hoping that the probes and everything release more content. I want to see what the fucking Grudens were talking about together. I want to see what Jay was fucking sending to Jon. I can only imagine what the fuck they were talking about. I want to see what Bruce was sending to everybody. Then, hold on. The one thing above all else that we didn't even mention, even beyond the racial component, they were sending pictures of topless cheerleaders without their knowledge or consent. And we've glossed over that.
Because they already discussed how Dan was fucking recording them.
But hold on, we understand as far as the Washington Post has said that there was something, we didn't know how far up it went, and they didn't have anything tangible to tie to Dan. That's what we know from the Post. They could tie Larry Michael, they could tie Bruce Allen, they could tie a lot of other people into making the request of what videos and everything they wanted. They couldn't get Snyder himself. But what people need to in a work environment, they are sending emails of women toplessly. That is the fireable offense. I don't give a fuck where you are. That's the offense. That's the biggest offense of any of this shit, in my opinion. That shit is fucked up. And we talk about the Michelin tire shit. We talk about the stuff he says about gays. We talk about all. They fucked up with that. That's all you need.
Yeah. But they just compounded it.
Definitely got to
like,
go HR.
As Adam Schefter said, he did a clean sweep of offending people.
Except
what?
Didn't say anything about the Jews that I've seen. I'm kind of
Feel left out.
A little disappointed, man.
Oh, well, I mean, if they dig into more emails.
Oh, I mean, I hope it comes out that he did. I want to feel included.
So I have to ask this question. So what do you guys think about the component of the fact that they are digging into, Jon Gruden's email was a work email, right?
Jon
was personal email, right?
Jon Gruden's was a personal, and Allen's was his work email.
Okay.
I thought I heard Gruden use both his personal and ESPN.
Yeah, I think so too.
I thought he used both.
Right, so
I might be wrong, but I thought he used both.
My question is, what do you guys think about the fact that they're leaking like personal emails now?
I mean, if it's going to someone's work email, it's a two-way street there. So
okay.
You know what you don't do?
Just don't do it at all.
Well, no, I'm just saying if you're sending, like, Fortune 500 companies know to do this. If they have an internal thing, it is hand delivered to another person, because that way it can't get intercepted or whatever. Email's the worst. People can get to your emails. But this, for these purposes, great. Glad they're idiots.
Yeah.
Right? Like the worst, the scariest serial killer is the smart serial killer, right? Because they're going to do bad things and you're not going to be able to catch them. The stupid serial killer, we just call a murderer because they do it once and they get caught. Way better. Much easier.
These motherfuckers are incompetent. I think to a point to what Keem was saying, in the sense of, you know what, I don't have to go there. Never mind.
Sure.
It's just dependent on yeah, fuck it. I am of the idea that every white guy over the age of 40, I'm going lower than you, talks like this when black people ain't around. Period. And I think that there's an element of, I don't care if you're the white guy who wants to overly tell me how much you loved voting for Obama, or the motherfucker that writes a "don't tread on me" flag. Like, you don't know how problematic you are. And to me, in all honesty, I like to have the conversation with guys, because I think communication is something that's lost nowadays. And you show them and show people that you're just a fucking human being that deserves respect, even if I look different than you. Not that I don't see color bullshit. It's no, see my fucking color, and then on top of that, see that I'm fucking worthy of something as well. It should come natural, but white people just don't fucking understand that yet. In mass, I'm not gonna say all of them, most of them. The idea to me that anybody's like, oh my god, I'm so offended by it. Fuck that. Once again, I go back to the power structure. We have to make sure that these asshole gatekeepers that have these thoughts aren't able to control the lives and well-being of so many other people. We have to change something there. And I hope that that's the thing that people wake up to throughout this entire situation, is that we need representation. These motherfuckers ain't going to talk the same way if in the front office there are more black people. These motherfuckers ain't going to talk the same way if ownership is black. It changes things. They don't have the balls to say it in front of people that don't look like them. They go back to their corners and they have their fucking boys club bullshit to do it. We need more representation everywhere.
Yeah. All right. So we're good?
Yeah, let's talk about more fun things.
Yeah, fuck Mark Davis. Oh, I get to say that and James ain't gonna say shit.
He probably is agreeing.
Welcome to racist franchise territory, James.
No.
The water's warm.
No, you're by your fucking self. You're by your fucking self.
Are you giving up your fandom?
No, I'm not going as far as saying fuck Mark Davis. I'm just going to say it again. Mark Davis, you failed on this aspect.
You failed this city.
Failed. No, you fucking failed the fan base. And all you racist fucking Raiders fans, Jesus Christ, I hate you guys. All right.
Oh, okay. One more thing. I'm sorry. This stuff a lot crosses over with the Dave Chappelle thing, which is just something that's been in my mind recently a lot. Just right there on. Never mind. I'm gonna get too long winded. I'm sorry.
Okay. Well, I appreciate the reporter. I'm sorry I forgot your name, for asking that question to multiple people, because it was good to see them on the hot seat, because they deserve to be there. All right. Let's mosey on into basketball. So the news broke this week that in terms of with the Brooklyn Nets and Kyrie Irving, because of the fact that he cannot play in home games in Brooklyn due to the fact that he is not vaccinated, the Nets said, you know what? He's not going to play in away games either. Not until he's fully vaccinated and can fully participate. Well, I think he just needs to have one shot, but
if he gets the was it Moderna?
Johnson.
No, Johnson. It was Johnson.
Yeah. So they came out this week and said that Kyrie's just not going to practice or play with the team until he's fully able to participate. I would think that Kevin Durant and James Harden had knowledge of the decision and green lighted.
They were reportedly included in the decision. Yeah, they came together to make the decision.
Mm-hmm. So we have our resident Kyrie Irving reporter. K-Dot, what are your thoughts?
That's me?
Yeah.
Oh, well, I remember at the end of last season, you guys laughed me off of here when I said that the Brooklyn Nets needed to honestly think about not playing with Kyrie. Do you remember that? When I said that they played enough without him last year that maybe you just go into something that's a little more reliable. Kyrie's a bit of a dick. You convince everybody to come to Brooklyn, we're going to do this shit and we're going to play together, and now you're not there. Once again, Kyrie, I don't hate you. I love Kyrie. Your heart's in the right place. You're just kind of dumb. You're just not as informed as you need to be about certain things, man. This is if this is the hill you want to die on, it's just no, not this one. even some of the shit that you've done as far as like walking away from the team because you need to mental, like I've been there to a certain degree defending you, but like this one is just, it's so ill-informed that I can't get behind it at all. And if you're KD and the rest of the guys, I don't think they look at him with any ill will. It's just, dude, you're either going to be here or you're not. We can't focus on this back and forth shit. I don't think there's even hate or anything there. I think Kyrie just need to figure out what the fuck he wants to do. And I'm hopeful that KD and the rest of the guys, if Kyrie's willing to listen, help him get more informed than he is.
Well, I think it was pretty telling, if the sources are to be believed that reported to The Athletic, that he is like, it's bigger than just a vaccine. I want to be a voice for the voiceless. This is bigger than what's on the court. And I think that this is demonstrating that his teammates and the team are like, that's fine. Okay. But if it's bigger than what's on the court and we can't rely on you, we don't want you here until we can. And that makes, look, that is a Kyrie-less team in the East. That's a really good, really, really, really good team. With that, if KD and James Harden can stay healthy, they are still a very good team. With Kyrie, are they better? Yes. But not knowing how to scheme based on whether or not Kyrie's going to be there, whether he can't be there, whether he's going to, walk across the earth to make sure it's still flat. Like, it's not worth it to even have him in the discussion until he's going to be 100% available, right? It makes all the sense in the world. Look, I am over the whole vaccine argument at this point. If you're steadfast, whatever, maybe start a religion about anti-vaxxing. I don't know. It just, to me at this point, I know I'm relatively safe. My family's safe. If you want to go ahead and make a decision I think is poor for you and your family, that's fine. But that's my opinion. Like, science agrees, but it's my opinion. What you can't do is expect for the people you work for and work with and your friends who have a different opinion, you can't be letting them down on a night to night basis. And that's all it is. So like, if this is the hill he wants to die on, that's fine. He just can't die on it with the Nets.
All right.
I think that Brooklyn is making the right decision for themselves, and kudos to them for making that decision. I think it's a smart decision. It's the right decision. I don't think Kyrie's dumb. I won't call him that. I'll say this: Kyrie's been right in some instances with some things. For example, last year, when riots and everything was happening, Kyrie was like, "Let's not play. Let's not play. Let's give that voice. Let's give that time period and that moment freedom and make the focus on that." And I think he was right when he did that. I think he was absolutely right when he had that thought. Kyrie has the best intentions. He has the best intentions, and I know he does. He's a little bit misguided, kind of like what Ryan was saying. He's a little bit misguided. And on this issue, to both Ryan and K-Dot's point, he is wrong. Like, he's wrong. And to further to Ryan's point, he, in the Athletic article, but it was reported that he wanted to be a voice for the voiceless, but he's not saying anything.
That was
he's not speaking. Like, if he wants to be that, he'd have to be the mouthpiece, and he's not fulfilling that role. I feel like Kyrie's what, 27, 28? Kyrie just needs to learn a little bit more. I think Kyrie will be a great leader with a little bit more experience. Like, he needs to learn a little bit more. And this doesn't matter in the grand scheme of things, but it also speaks to why he wasn't a good leader in maybe Boston or places like that. But it's a thing that he's still learning, and he needs to learn a little bit more. He's been wrong on some things as well. I'm not just trying to praise Kyrie or anything like that, because I remember, I think somebody posted one of the videos when they they changed the court in one of the games, and like Kyrie was like, "Yeah, I can tell it's a different court," and they were like, "No, they just changed the graphics on the court. The court's the same." And like,
it feels wider.
Yeah, and like he was like, "It hurts my knees" or some shit. I was like, "Oh, okay." But like, Kyrie's just, he really does have good intentions. He's trying to. I applaud him for wanting to stick to his Native American roots. Pay pay honor to that side of him, I applaud him for that. Some people who are mixed with different things maybe only go with one side. But like I said the other week, the Native Americans are the most vaccinated group of people in the US. So my thing for Kyrie is just to, my brother, continue to learn, read more, do whatever you got to do. I fuck with you. You wrong on this.
And here's the thing, and we said this before, and obviously I don't agree with him at all on this particular stance he's taking. But if Kyrie could find a voice and surround himself, he's got more money than anybody needs in their lifetime. But he can use that to surround himself with people and learn. He could be a career politician after he's done with the NBA. People listen to Kyrie. We pay attention to what Kyrie's doing and what he's saying. If he can learn, he's got all the potential post-NBA career to do anything. He can start a Fortune 500 company. Just he has all the potential and all the resources. Just needs to use them. And maybe his Fortune 500 company is awful and it fails. Doesn't mean he can't do it. He has everything's here. Right? It's just super frustrating.
To Ryan's point, he has done a lot with his money. I'm
George
not
saying
Floyd's,
he hasn't. I'm saying
I know.
He can be doing in terms of surrounding himself with knowledge people. He could have a sit down with Obama tomorrow, guaranteed. Yeah. Right?
Yeah, he doesn't.
How many people can do that?
That to me is where I've said this ad nauseum about him. I've told you guys multiple times I think Kyrie could be a great leader. But the thing is that in the same thing you learn from other great leaders, whether it be Malcolm X, Martin Luther King, anything, before to be a great leader, you got to follow the right people, right? You have to learn a certain amount before you get to that stage, before you get to that level. The thing that annoys me to a certain degree with Kyrie right now is I can't even fault him that much because it's not like he's out here saying a bunch of shit. People are inferring stuff where he's just not talking all that much. And now we have a story that we're developed based on what we think Kyrie's saying or talking about. Which, to me, that's the fucked up part that gets put on Kyrie. Where he's like, dude, I'm taking a step back. I'm not, you guys are inferring whatever the fuck it is you want to infer about it. My thing, when it boils down to at the bottom line, is that on this vaccination issue itself, you are wrong. You're wrong. You're just wrong. And right now, you're in a position where if you want to be the leader and the voice of the voiceless, go get informed. This to me screams as somebody who I think can be that. And I'm going to challenge him to be that if that's what he wants to be, because I think he's capable. But if you're so wrong on this particular issue, when it's so evident that you can get the right information available to you immediately, it speaks to, is it laziness? Is it willful ignorance? There's a part at the end that pisses me off. And I love Kyrie. But this issue itself to me is a microcosm of something bigger. You can be right about all the other things. But if you're so wrong on an issue that's so easy to get right.
Now, I need to add something.
Remember when he apologized?
The fact that Kyrie said that he's not anti-vax. It's just the fact that he's pissed off that companies are mandating that people get the vaccine. Now,
that's a fair position to have.
Yeah, but looking at it, why the fuck is it being reported and you're not coming out and saying it yourself? You want to be the voice of the voiceless, but you haven't said anything.
Maybe he's doing his research.
No. Let me add some more shit. I'm tired of people saying they're doing the research, but how the fuck long does it take you to do research? You've been saying it for over a year now. I'm tired of that shit. I mean, either you're doing it or you're not. And then the fact that you want to be a voice for the voiceless, but what about all the people that have died from the COVID shit themselves? You could help more people by being out there discussing it, saying something. So I'm just tired of the shit. It's all bullshit. People are just being fucking stupid right now, and it's annoying.
I totally believe that if, even with his wrong opinion, if Kyrie sat down with Tony Fauci, I think a lot of people would tune in and hear what Dr. Fauci has to say. And even if Kyrie is still, I don't want to get the vaccine, I think other people would listen to the science that may otherwise not listen and may have a change of heart. He's got like I said, he's got that power, right?
But
People
it's
will
not.
watch
But he's
Kyrie
not
do stuff.
anti-vax though. That's
No,
the
and
thing. So it's like
I see. I understand.
I'm sorry. That whole thing, the anti-vax compared to the mandate thing,
yeah,
it's still
It's-
bullshit. Because
Yeah.
like we've been mandating vaccines and getting out of pandemics for over 100 years. Fuck that.
It's what they said.
If you've been through K through 12, if you play any fucking team sport,
Yeah.
guess what your ass got?
You're out the country.
Vaccinations. If you like to leave the country, what do you get? Fucking vaccinations. Like,
Yeah.
I don't want to hear this shit. We talk about the world's greatest generation of World War II that signed up to go fucking fight in war. These motherfuckers won't get a shot. They are crying like a fucking 6-year-old at the doctor's office about getting a shot.
Those
Fuck
guys,
this.
those
It's
guys are,
annoying.
those guys are dead for the most part.
There's still a lot of them alive. There's still quite a bit.
Let's add another part.
My grandpa would be like 104 and he was 17.
Just saying, it's ravaging the black community, and we are the ones that don't. I'm looking at the vaccine numbers in Washington D.C. compared to Montgomery County, Maryland, and I'm like, what the fuck? And then the demographics is black. I'm like, well, where can we sign up to be leaders in trying to convince, or not convince, but get the information to people that it's the right thing to do? And I got somebody like Kyrie who's opting out or going the opposite direction. Like, it annoys me.
And the Nets are paying him his salary. Just want to add that in. Another basketball player did get the vaccine. That's Andrew Wiggins. We discussed it a long time ago and had fun.
He didn't have the carrying power salary wise, I think, to
No, he did.
No, that salary. He's like, oh, I can't do nothing. What? Okay.
Yeah. But he got a good salary.
Yeah.
You disappointed me, cousin. You disappointed me.
I mean, he got the vaccine.
K-Dot,
He said he was forced, but he got it.
Good for you, K-Dot, for getting through.
It's like you weren't forced. You could have just not played.
No, he was forced by money. It happened.
No, you made the decision. All right. Go ahead.
The video, like when he was talking about it, I just laughed a lot, really, because like he seemed so defeated. He seemed so sad. And it was just like, bro, like if you felt that strongly about it, why you do it? Because like he was saying, he was like, they were asking him, the reporters were asking him questions and shit. And he was like, yeah, I don't know. Hopefully 10 years from now, it doesn't do anything to my body and nobody knows what it's going to do long term. And hopefully it doesn't do anything to my kids. And he was just looking so sad. And I was like, if you really fucking thought it did all that, you should have just said, all right, I'm retiring.
There's people that work for $11 an hour that are also required to get the vaccine to continue working. Andrew Wiggins could retire yesterday and just like move into a condo, and his kids would still have money.
Mm-hmm.
You find out when it gets down to the nitty gritty, and this is where I feel bad sometimes. I'm yelling about the anti-vax. People are scared. It's just there's a fear, and you can hear that in Wiggins' voice. It's either that or he lost his heart like he had in Minnesota. It's one of those two things have occurred again for Andrew Wiggins, and I'm hopeful that with time and with research, sir, you Canadian prick, you get it figured out.
How much more research do people need?
No,
let's not get hung up on this.
Let's keep going.
God damn. All right.
I wanted to fit some Canadian jokes in. I just can't.
Nah. All right. The final basketball story we got
A boot
is the fact that Ben Simmons reported to camp.
Fucking idiot.
Yo. All right.
And he's not fully vaccinated.
I said this.
That actually came out just because of the fact that he reported on Monday and he can't join the team until Friday, I believe, just based on the fact that there's mandates in terms of like when you can join the team, like depending on where you are. So the fact that he can't join the team sooner indicates that he's not fully vaccinated. So I wanted to add that.
Look, Ben Simmons is willing to walk into Australia, which we discussed last week.
Everything is trying to kill you.
Everything's trying to kill you, including COVID. It's there too.
Yeah.
Like they
Not as bad.
added COVID. And
barely.
Then he's like, yeah, because they're just like, hey, if you go outside, jail. If you order Popeyes to your house, jail. They didn't fuck around
today too.
They didn't fuck around. Like Ben Simmons, man, is. I mean, it must have been that $360,000 a game. I can't.
Do you think?
I can't imagine. Like he had like wallabies at his door, breaking the door down, asking for money.
No,
like,
he was just telling you, I miss Philadelphia cheesesteaks. I just missed them so much.
Yeah, no, it was. He could for 360 grand, you could buy a Philadelphia cheesesteak restaurant and put it in your house.
Buy all of them.
Yeah, with like 3 game checks, he would own most downtown
own the
Philadelphia
entire cheesesteak market.
He owns cheesesteaks.
Oh, that'd be perfect revenge. It's just instead of cheesesteak, they're Ben Simmons.
No bullshit. You'd be like, hey, now you gotta pay me each time you eat your food.
Oh god. Yeah.
My thing, I said this last week in the final thoughts. I don't have much on this, but money talks and bullshit walks. And I said Philly should hold strong. If you thought he was mentally not mentally like enough to take a fucking shot under the hole, then what the fuck you think he gonna do when he got 4 years left on his fucking contract and his time and he want his money? Like, hey, all right then, you still a part of the team, and what?
That's why I was so afraid of the team members coming out. There's no backbone there, sir. I'm sorry.
And
you've shown us on the court, you don't have one.
Philly said that they do not want Kyrie Irving.
They did.
I want to add that part in there.
And that would have been a great trade 2 years ago.
Yeah, but not now.
How that?
Or a year ago.
You got a better chance of Simmons making a 3-pointer than you do of Kyrie playing at this point. So
I actually think Kyrie in Philadelphia is a night just from a
like a basketball standpoint, yeah.
No, outside of basketball. I'm saying as far as them kind of rallying around a guy who's just different, I think Kyrie in Philly might make sense just from
as long as he plays.
No, I get that, but I'm just saying as far as like I think that's a city that would actually love him.
Yeah, if he plays. That's like you remember you talked about Allen Iverson like playing hard and shit?
Yeah, you have to play.
Like, yeah, if you're not there, like
you have to try. They want to see your effort in Philly.
And nobody will tear you down faster though than Philadelphia.
Yeah, they fucking booed Santa Claus and Beyonce, man.
I just Ben Simmons. I stick with it. I said that this is the dumbest game of chicken ever, but I'm rooting for Daryl Morey and don't fucking give up on shit. And I still think if you have won a team, I know you guys don't agree with me, but if the Philadelphia 76ers are winning enough games and you have a team that is desperate to get the final piece, his trade value is going to go up by midseason. It's going to. Like it's the lowest.
Yeah.
Even if he doesn't play, I don't give a shit if he plays or not. I'm saying that if Philadelphia is winning games without him, then you're not missing that piece. Because it's a large chunk of salary that you're hoping you're getting something for right now. And if you're not and you're still winning games, it's a huge win for Philadelphia. I still think they're capable of doing that. But at this particular point, after what we saw in the playoffs, his trade value was never lower. You add on top of that, he's holding out, trade value even gets lower, like unbelievably lower. It's only going to go up. Like you hit bottom floor unless he does something just completely stupid, which I don't know how much more dumb you can get as far as decision making than what he's been doing this offseason.
He already did the Kardashian thing. I don't think he can do any. I don't think.
Oh, he stopped. I thought it was still happening.
Sidebar: Kim Kardashian was actually great on SNL. If you didn't see
her opening monologue was good.
I think Michael Shea wrote it.
Probably.
Fairly certain. Michael Shea wrote it.
Final thoughts.
All right, so let me go first. Going back to the press conference today with Mike Mayock, he discussed like when they asked him like what did he do in terms of the black players on the team. He said he went to the top guy in the scouting department that he works with, who's black, and he said he went up to him and said like, "Hey, I can't put myself in your shoes. Help me." And they had a conversation. That type of shit I respect. Then I also want to add a quote from Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. Racism in America is like dust in the air. It seems invisible, even if you're choking on it, until you let the sun in. Then you see it's everywhere. That's it.
Kareem also said cut all the Avax players, and I agree with him.
He wasn't wrong. He's been wrong before, but he wasn't wrong on that one. My final thought, MVP race heating up, getting real interesting. That guy Lamar Jackson, man. Hey man, he's pretty fucking good. He has more total fucking yards than 18 other teams. He accounted for 504 yards of his team's total 523. K-Dot said this before, and I completely agree with it. He is the offense. He is literally the offense for Baltimore. And when you're talking about MVP, he is literally, I think, the most valuable player to a team. I think the MVP will probably go to Herbert or Kyler, but I think Lamar will be like the real MVP. And I think it's really gonna be a great season, great finish from these QBs, bro. Like Brady's killing it, Josh Allen's fucking killing it. Like you got Lamar, Kyler, Herbert, and Dak. And so I think
sometimes.
Okay. And so I think like it'll be a great finish to see how everybody completes the season. I think the Herbert versus Lamar game this week is going to be big for, MVP implications. And I think that's why Herbert wins it. And if he does, he might overtake Kyler as the front runner. But we'll see. It's been a great season, but put some respect on Lamar Jackson's name, man. That's all I got.
Hey, just to respond to that, and I set that stat of how good Lamar is, and I'm not discounting that. However, Vegas is discounting that because the front runner in Vegas's eyes for this year's NFL most valuable player is Joshua Allen.
Yeah, he has the easier schedule, but I don't think he will.
Sleeper pick for MVP, Diggs in Dallas, if he continues what he's doing.
Oh, I know.
If he gets an interception every game, he's MVP, right?
He already already have they have an award for him already. It's Defensive Rookie of the Year.
He's not a rookie.
He's not a rookie.
Or Defensive Player of the Year, rather.
Oh,
we've seen defensive players get like MVP. I'm just saying if you break the record for interceptions, you had to pick every game. I mean, if he starts running these back like Ed Reed style, he's gotta be. And it hurts me to say it, but he's got to be.
Yeah.
My final thought's very brief.
No.
Let's go Cats. There's a team back on the ice. There's fans in the stands. There was a fight a minute in. All my other teams hate me. Come on.
That's not the final thought, though. But to go back to K-Dot's point, the most interceptions in the season was 14.
Yeah.
So if he gets one every, yeah.
Well, he had 2 in one game already.
Also, we said we were going to discuss Tyson Fury and Deontay Wilder.
All right.
I don't need to.
Oh, all right.
Tyson Fury is one of the most dominant fighters I have seen in my lifetime. And look, I grew up watching a lot of dancing in the ring. I don't think I remember watching. I remember watching them on VHS, but not live. Like I didn't really get into boxing until I was 11 or 12. So it's past the golden years. But I don't remember seeing somebody as violent in his punches as that man is. And oddly enough, he was very cautious for 6 rounds when it was already clear that he was going to win. He's just a complete package fighter. And I don't no one's going to beat him until he retires. And he's 35, but that man is vicious. And also really likes the Notorious B.I.G. apparently.
Yeah.
No, I would have liked to see Fury when late 90s when you had the Lennox Lewis's and the
there's just nobody, there's no competition right now.
Boxing fell off. That's why I don't really care about that much. It feels mad racist to tell Tyson Fury is beating up all the black people. My final thought is going to be
he's named after Mike Tyson, so it's not that racist.
Is he named after Mike Tyson?
Yeah, his dad was a boxer and named him after Mike Tyson.
His brother's a boxer too.
It makes all the sense in the world.
Yeah, but he's fighting Jake Paul. Fuck that kid.
I think
He's beat the Hornets by 70, by the way.
All right, guys.
Okay, that.
I think that there's been a lot of conversation as far as free speech recently, especially what comes out about the Dave Chappelle special that came out that's been extremely controversial recently. And then you add on top of that a lot of stuff that you've seen as far as the emails with Jon Gruden and Bruce Allen. It's been not quite funny to see, but the right-wing media and Jason Whitlocks and everybody else making everything a free speech issue or thinking that these things are equal, and they're not. And I think that people need to understand context more than anything else. Context is extremely important to understanding exactly where it is that certain aspects of free speech land. Intent means a lot. What it is you say behind closed doors when you're just making slurs compared to what it is you say on a stage to try to make people laugh is different. It's the way that these worlds are being commingled and ruined. We need a whole podcast on it. Honestly, I really do want to speak on it more. And here's the thing: is that, in all honesty, there's a part of me that's afraid to. I'm afraid to speak as freely as I want to about these issues. Because right now in this society, they try to put you in a box. You either got to pick a side, and you got to stay on that side, and then they group you in with everybody else. Which is why when I see Jason Whitlock saying something I agree with, I initially want to fucking just curl up in a ball and die. But then I realized that while he might say something I agree with in the short term, it's only because he has an evil plan that he's just cherry picking shit to fit his argument, and it's horse shit, this bullshit, and I want people to start thinking more.
Jason Whitlock has a big appetite for evil.
That was a solid fucking line, Ryan. That was the best one I think you've done in quite a long time.
Bars.
Yeah, I spit hot fire. All right, boys.
All right, Dylon.
Peace.
What?
Black people need to be heard more. And if you didn't know, now you know, because I told you.
We told you.
I don't know. You
I'm not telling you guys anything.
What?